what we're looking at is Russia's intention. Okay. So, one, they want us to stay out of the US. That is a common theme. Or, excuse me, they want us to stay out of Ukraine. And Trump's intention, one of the common themes that goes with him, is American first, right? America first, American exceptionalism. And simply, if you're not familiar with it, although I'm pretty sure we all are, is we put all of our intention on ourselves, right? We focus on ourself alone and we stay out of Ukraine, kind of like isolationism. And another thing that we do is we remove aid, and that weakens our national unity. So, two, Russia wants distrust in institutions. Trump's intention, is obviously to win. Let's just put that out there. But specifically, one of the messages that he puts out there is the anti-elitism. You can't trust media, can't trust the government. And yet, ironically, he is one of the people, which is interesting. But from that, what Russia gets out of it is questioning U.S. democracy, right? Inducing distrust and our process. For example, our democratic elections. We have been hearing from one side for years about how an election was rigged against someone. Although, ironically, it doesn't seem to be rigged this time, but who knows? Another topic. So the third is Russian intentions, the increased global influence that they want, that power, that say. Trump's, we've heard of tariffs and American products. That limits trade a great deal to the U.S. It limits it a lot. It takes away a lot of the monetary gain from many sides. And that allows Russia to fill those power vacuums. Where we reduce our influence, they can capitalize upon it. For example, with trade. If they can make more money somewhere else, go for it. That's economics. For Russians' intentions of undermining social progress. One of Trump's considerable selling points was traditional and family values. Now, traditional values align more with Russian values, and therefore, this actually provides an interesting thing. It provides others with an option they can relate with. So 5, they also want to induce distrust of media and information. We hear this consistently with fake news. And this facilitates the spread of Russian propaganda as well. If you don't know it's true, but you like the message, you spread it. Next up, political polarization. An oldie, but a good one. And this, with Trump, it benefits him. It increases his voting base. Now, what does Russia get out of this? And this is a huge one. One thing about a democracy is it slows down your ability to make a decision. In other words, giving you more time to think about what you're going to do. But with the lack of bipartisanship that this political polarization does, people stop working together. And if you need to get something done, like in a timely fashion, in a political level, you're not going to be able to get it done as fast. In other words, you cannot respond to threats as quickly as you were once able to. And this benefits Russia a great deal. And then lastly, the focus on domestic issues. They want us to focus on domestic issues, not foreign affairs. And one of Trump's common themes is that isolationism, right? It reduces the risk for foreign opposition. You're focused on your own stuff. You're not worried about the rest. Now, to continue that to a conclusion, I left one thing out, but I've had enough hiccups. And to bring this like in an entirety of what I'm trying to get at. My point to all this is that intentions matter and that everyone has an agenda, that is from, the consistent social hello to gain social capital to a foreign adversary to our presidential elections. And that may sound somewhat cynical, but we are a selfish species, species. Even the individual with the altruistic intentions is getting positive reinforcement for their behaviors and therefore simply feeling better about themselves. It's a benefit. And, that is okay. But I do believe that we should take some time and reflect when an individual's intentions align with those who do not want the best for us and our own. I'm aware the examples I use may push someone towards the assumption that I have a political agenda, but you can replace the names with any, and it would still demonstrate my point. And that's my following point, is that content creators have consistently capitalized on social division. We have this quote unquote culture war, as demonstrated by Tim Pool's podcast, for example. And I ask you to consider if those individuals' intentions align with Russia's, and they do, their paycheck and their message is evidence enough, one could infer that it is not a good thing for us to further support. So I suggest making a new social movement rather than one of division, one of unity. We are the United States after all. So let's watch how things go and reflect upon it. And thank you for watching. There's always a hiccup, one or two. It'll work out better next time. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for all those on TikTok watching. Have a good night.